Bama heading to the Rose Bowl after that incredible comeback against the Sooners of Oklahoma. We're going to talk about both things because there is a lot of Alabama Indiana connections. Yeah, including both head coach, the defensive coordinator, and some other coaches spent time there at Indiana. And then Indiana's coach coached at Bama. How weird's that? We'll get into all that right here on the Bama Tailgate Show. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. Can't wait to talk with Shank about Bama's comeback and the season that continues. All right, there he is, Alphonse Taylor. You know him as Shank. I'm Mick Gillespie. Great to see you guys. Shank, good to see you, man. Merry Christmas. Bama takes out Oklahoma. It didn't start too good. Just didn't look good at the beginning. How were you? How were your tweets when?
Lucky for me, Mick, I spent most that first half in the Sanger Theater, man. My daughter was performing in the Nutcracker, and so I spent most that first half having to keep myself in check in the theater, man. I ended up cutting it off at one point because I was just like, I'm not gonna let them ruin this night for me. They're gonna piss me off, man. We're playing awful. It's 17-0. It's just like, no way we gonna come out like this again. But you know how the meme goes, man. They had us in the first half. They had us in the beginning. They had us in the first quarter, Mick. And then I don't know what happened, but it clicked. And once it clicked, it was like a freight train coming downhill, Mick. We made play after play. Defense showed up, stop after stop. At one point, what was it? 24 unanswered points, Mick?
Yeah. Yep.
24.
I,
And I wavered there a little bit, Mick. My knees got a little weak in the beginning, man. I ain't gonna get up here and sit and talk to y'all, a lot of y'all, and be like, I was bought into the process because I was scared. I was upset. I couldn't even enjoy the Nutcracker performance, Mick. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, for them to pull it out in that fashion and just like the immediate rise and intensity and just level of physicality from them once the light came on. It was beautiful to see, man. But God, can we get there just a little bit earlier, guys?
yeah.
Or
It
am I being
felt
spoiled again?
well. No, I feel like a lot of this had to do with the team being so injured, right? I mean, Kalen DeBoer said in his press conference that this is the healthiest that Bama's been. This is the fastest that Bama's been since the Tennessee game. And that's what you deal with when you play this type of schedule. Indiana, they won a couple big games, but they played a very weak schedule when you compare it to Alabama's. You get beat up when you're playing all these tough games. And I just felt like we were at rock bottom health wise against Georgia. We sat a lot of guys out
Yeah.
and then we got them back. And it just took a little while for the team to kind of do what they do. But they seized the opportunity, right? They drove down the field. Latsier Brooks with another amazing catch and
Wow.
touchdown. He was huge in this game. And then the blocked kick, and then then you kick a field goal. And look, Connor Talty, hey man, I'm naming my next kid after him because he's earning that kind of love now, right?
Come
Like,
on, man. Hey, look, in a game where you're going against the best kicker in college football
and you outshine him.
and you outshine them with everybody down at you. Hey, come on. Round of applause for Talty.
Please,
Hey,
man, keep it
absolutely.
going, Connor
Round
Talty.
of applause for
We're,
Talty. Like,
we make us eat shit, please.
absolutely. Make somebody else feel our pain. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, go for it,
wait,
man. They did. He kicked two big field goals in this game, man,
he
and that's
absolutely
off the
did.
Iron Bowl. I mean, the guy's doing really well right now. Really good, really good. Couldn't have won it without him because
Nope.
that field goal, makes it a one score game, and then the pick six, and you're tied. And
Yeah.
then from that point on, it was our game.
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? I think him along with a lot of others showed up in the biggest game of the season, on the biggest stage of the season in college football playoffs, man. I'm talking about when you talk about grit, man, and when we go on to win this national championship, which I predicted at the
You
beginning
did?
of this year, we still gonna keep the faith. We holding on one game at a time. But we're gonna talk about that game. We're gonna talk about how everybody across the country, you know what I'm saying, took that first quarter to just basically try to shit on us, man. Just this is why they don't belong in the
Oh,
playoffs.
I know.
Notre Dame should be in over these guys. They're not good. They don't play good football. They lost their conference championship, blah, blah, blah. And they spouted all this hate towards us on the socials, man. And just the fact that we had like they had to eat it by the
Yeah.
end of the night, man. They had to eat it. All those guys talking out the side of their necks. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a game that's remembered, Mick, because everybody and their mama was against the tide, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we found a way.
There's a lot of Alabama hate out there. And it's because of so much winning. When Saban was at Alabama, there was a lot of winning, like he's the most dominant football coach that we've ever seen. And Bama was so good, and they're still good. It's just different now. You're talking about a lot more close games, but I felt like this one was the defining game for Kalen DeBoer, right? Like, is he going to take the Michigan job? Like, is Michigan holding out? Like, is that a better fit for him? The people gone, like I'm still trying to get comfortable here, right? Like, and win everybody over. I felt like that was that game where I feel like people are kind of like, hey, man, we really got something good with this guy. Not to say that everybody, I think a lot of us already thought that, but some people didn't.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know how it goes. Some people just got to see it to believe it, man. You know what I'm saying? They got to see proof in the pudding. I mean, it's there. He's finding a way, dog. This is year two. And to have these expectations upon you in year two, mate, and to show up to the plate, you know what I'm saying, and knock it out of the park in game one of the college football playoffs is just I, I have nothing bad to say, man. Like, yeah, we started out 17-0. We can get there sooner. You know what I'm saying? We got to start off faster, but at the end of the day, we figured it out in time. And once we figured it out, we couldn't be stopped, man. And it's just like, we had big plays in the run game. We had explosives in the run game, man. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
20, you know what I'm saying? When Daniel Hill's in the game, that's what the run game's supposed to look like. Like we need to bring the fullback back in my opinion, get a fullback back there. Let's go I formation. Let's not even hide the fact that we're running the ball. Let's get
right.
downhill right now. I feel like we struggle when we try to disguise it so much and we motion the guy in, try to go shotgun, then we try to pull two guys around. Well, by that time the defense is kind of understanding what's going on, right?
Mhm.
And they're getting downhill right now. We're giving them time to read the play where if we stay in the odd mix and we get downhill right now, we go one back pro formation and get the ball in Daniel Hill's hands. As he's getting downhill, that's what our offense and run game is supposed to look like. And we need to do more of that. You
Yeah.
know, I know in this day and age, everybody wants to disguise everything, but bring back the fuck you runs. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
bring back those type of runs, man. Just like, all right, you see the formation, two tight ends, single back. We finna get downhill right now. Do something about it.
Yeah.
And we were popping them when we decided to do that, man. And I
Yeah.
think we
Change
should
the
do more of
game.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that just goes to show you, Mick, that you gotta be able to run the ball to control the game. You
Yeah.
have to be. Clearly we've shown that you don't have to be able to run it for 100 plus yards, but the run has to be a threat for you to take control of the game, Mick. And I think we made that more of a threat this game. I mean, don't get me wrong, we only had 25 carries. I'd like to see us 30 or more carries on the ground, but we made it happen when we needed to make it happen. And that's is what I think is one of Kalen DeBoer's biggest strengths, man. Just
Mhm.
another do or die game against a ranked opponent, and we made it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I think the strength of this football team starts with the schedule that they played. Like it's a top 5 schedule. You're talking about winning games on the road in a hostile environment. And when you think about this list, okay? Georgia, South Carolina, Missouri, Auburn, and Oklahoma. 5 wins on the road against teams that were good. I don't care what Auburn's record is. When we show up, they're good.
Absolutely. I mean, that goes for all rivalry games, man. You know, you can't really predict those. Anything can
Mm-hmm.
happen. And if anybody that knows ball and has been watching Bama versus Auburn in the Iron Bowl, whenever, you know what type of games those are. Anything can happen any given second. You know what I'm saying? You see the kick six, you see the damn 4th and 29, whatever it was, just like that's what that type of game is made for, man. That's what you're gonna get every time. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And so, yeah, but man, just I'm proud of this team, Mick. Just the grit, man, the heart, just to not lay down and figure it out. And that offensive line, was it what we needed it to be just yet? No. But was it absolutely better than the first game? Absolutely, it was.
Yeah.
I think they showed up in some really big moments, man. And I think we played a way better game up front than we did again in the SEC championship game against Georgia, or even in that first game against Oklahoma. They showed up and they improved. And I really can't ask for much, but I did see where they had a little wrinkle there, Mick. They had 56 at left guard. That's Vandermark, I believe, the backup
Yeah.
center, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they had him in at left guard, and I want to see more of that, Mick. I need to see more of that because that big touchdown that tied through to Lazio Brooks, he was in at left guard, and it was a beautiful pocket. They had time to throw. Oklahoma wasn't giving pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so I need to see more of that lineup in the game. I'm not a fan of 71 right now, man. That was too many times where we had much needed plays and he didn't do his job. And it just continually showed up for me. It got a little frustrating at times, you know what I'm saying? Because that was a chance for Daniel Hill to pop a big run. If 7-1's able to get to that linebacker, not able to get to that guy, he makes a tackle for what, a 3-yard gain? What could have easily been a 20+ yard run.
Right.
There was a third down where we needed to convert, keep the ball, keep the drive going, and he gets beat on a twist stunt. His feet not ready, just absolutely gets blown up, gets pressure up the middle, and just stuff like that showed up too much with him, man. And I think Vandermark did a better job when he was in the game, and I want to see that line up more often.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and also the running backs helping out in the block game. That's important. I
Absolutely.
think Jam does a great job of that.
Yeah, Jam's always been really good at that, man. But you know what I'm saying? I hate to see the regression in Jam's game as far as the run game goes, man, because like when we hand the ball off to him, he's going sideways. He's not getting downhill. The plays aren't just they're just not there for him right now. And the improvement that Daniel Hill has made in pass pro, I think he did really good in the game, Mick. And I mean, Jam is always going to be that guy for me, but I think Daniel Hill towards the end of this season is running back one in my book.
Right. Yeah. Well, the health part of this too, on the
Yeah.
offensive line and on the running back position,
Mhm.
and Ty Simpson's back, all of these things are going to help Alabama. I mean, like this wasn't the same team that
No.
we saw playing against Georgia. This wasn't the same team that we saw against Auburn and against Oklahoma the first time. Like you could tell they were healthy. And I mean, I just feel like that's been the thing that they've been missing and I hope nobody gets injured in practice.
No, absolutely, man. I feel like that's one of the most underrated things about those Nick Saban teams, man. Just the ability to keep guys healthy and available to play. And that's just a testament to how tough we were as well, because a lot of guys just played through that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just not saying that these guys aren't trying to or trying to diagnose what it is and how bad it is, but I know for a fact during our time, man, like it'd have to be a near-death experience to keep you off the field.
Yeah.
And that's just how tough we were, how bad we wanted it. And I think these guys wanted as well, especially figuring out how to get on the field towards the end of the season, man, when it really matters. Um, and I think they'll continue to get healthy with the time off and just progressing, man. And I think we'll only get better from here because, like I said, Mick, a lot of guys been pressed into play early on due to injuries, and those guys that have to play, even when they weren't ready, they're coming on late, Mick. They're figuring it out. That light bulb is going off, and you can tell we're getting better and better as a team.
I love it. All right, Shank. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort. You know that. Philadelphia, Mississippi. The Timeout Sports Lounge features 20 big screen TVs, full size bar. Bama's a 7-point underdog against Indiana. Now, I want to get your honest opinion of Jake Coker's latest commercial. Are you ready?
What we got?
Let's go.
So, Jake, let's break down some game tape.
Hold on, fellas. Steve,
Hey, Jake, you ready to rock?
let's roll, brother.
Guess we're calling plays at Pearl River Resort. Wow, Jake's first throw scores. And Steve's got the crowd pumped. Man, they're absolutely rolling.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ain't gonna face reality.
I tell you, Jake still got game. While Steve keeps rocking aces. Boom, Jake seals it with a pick.
Come call your own plays.
At Pearl River Resort, let's roll.
I don't have to be me till Monday.
All right, Shank, what do you think?
Look at those good-looking fellas down, man. Oh, man. Check y'all guys out. That's a good one, Mick. You look good, dog. You doing commercials now? Oh, man. I'm working with some
Jake's-
Hollywood guys. I can't believe this.
I think Jake's a natural, man. Like, don't tell him
Yeah,
I
he
said
is.
that.
Yeah,
He's
he
just-
is.
He looks the part. He's so smooth, you know. He looks confident in there, you know. I'm impressed. This is 2 commercials now.
I love
Yeah.
it, man. I love it. Our boy Jake, man. Superstar Jake.
Yeah. He just has the right haircut for it, you know. And the let's roll. Everybody's like, I got to call on the post game show. A guy was telling me that him and his daughter out in Texas, the guy's name's Bear Bryant, by the way. Paul
Oh,
Bear
wow.
Bryant. His dad named him after the bear. He drops his daughter off and they say, let's roll. You know, that's how the school day starts every day.
Nice.
I appreciate that. Steve Azar's the guy. He's the country singer that
Yeah.
sings the song in the video. He's a great guy. Bo Bounds, who's a broadcaster in Mississippi and is an awesome guy too. So it's been cool kind of checking that out. But I'm glad you like it. Seemed like you like it.
Nah, that was a good one, man. Y'all guys look good. Y'all did a great job.
Thank
That's
you.
super dope.
All right. Well, let's talk about Bama and Indiana because this is really an interesting matchup. And it took me a second. It honestly wasn't until the press conference
hmm
that I'd totally forgotten that in 2019 that Kalen DeBoer was the offensive coordinator at Indiana. Michael Penix was there. They were a kind of an upstart program at that point. And then they had Kane Womack as their defensive coordinator, I believe, right? So and Nick Sheridan was there, who's taken a job with Michigan State as their OC, but he's going to coach Bama through the postseason. And there's more guys, you know. Coach Ballou was there too, you know, the strength and conditioning. So there's a lot of connection. And then Kurt Signetti was Alabama's wide receiver coach when Mike Johnson was there. He was talking about that on the show yesterday.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of little family connection there between these guys, man. And I think that's what makes the game all the more interesting because now you're talking about a group of guys that have worked closely together and really know each other and kind of know the ins and outs of what each other wants to do as far as gameplay, man. So I'm interested to see how this goes. Personally, I think Indiana's a great matchup for us, man. I think
Mhm.
you know, some of the stuff they do well offensively is some of the stuff we defend well against. You know what I'm saying? And I think this last game, with us showing the ability to drop in the zone and play really good in zone and be able to switch the man and change the coverage up and still get pressure and send some blitzes. I think it's going to bode well for us, man. And I think that at the end of the day, we found the necessary groove to interrupt what Indiana does well. And Mendoza, he's a Heisman winning quarterback, and so it's going to be a real test for our defense. But I think we've been tested all season defensively, right? And them defensively, they're very good. They're physical up front. They fly around and they play good football, man. So I think it's going to be a great matchup. I think it's always fun when you get to go against guys that you used to work with, right? And
Yeah.
guys you kind of shared those strategic meetings with, and you just kind of know how each other is going about things. And so I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree, man. I mean, Kalen DeBoer said he pays attention to Indiana. And look, I mean, you know how it is. If you work somewhere or you played somewhere, you're gonna keep close tabs on it, and that makes this interesting. Signetti really had to earn his way, but so did Kalen DeBoer. I mean, you look at both head coaches, and it's interesting because this wasn't like anybody got the Lane Kiffin fast pass, right? Like Lane was a head coach right out of the chute in the NFL. And then, these guys, like, you're talking about low levels of football for DeBoer, and then eventually to Indiana, Fresno State, Washington, and then Bama, right? And then with
Right.
Signetti, I mean, like, he wasn't like Kirby or all these other coaches that were at Alabama that people were really talking about. I mean, he went to James Madison when no one wanted to go there and turned it into this, or what it was, right? And then he goes to Indiana and he turned that into that. So he's showing that he's the guy, man. I mean, like we should have been paying closer attention to Kurt Signetti. I mean, really, he's a phenomenal builder.
No, he absolutely is, man. He definitely has a little swagger about him that I love, dog. He's just, what I'm saying? It's like he's been here before. Like, this is what he expects because this is the type of work that he puts in. And so I definitely think he's a great coach, man. And he's to be feared because second year at Indiana, already
Mhm,
has a Heisman winner, undefeated, beat the defending national champs
mhm,
in the conference championship game.
mhm.
It's just like, what more can he do at this point besides win a national championship? Man, I think that's why we absolutely should be locked in for this game because Indiana, they're playing a brand of football now. It's just like, all right, we're not even supposed to be here, right?
Yeah.
So now
Yep.
let's see how far we can take it. And, they're playing loose. They're just playing like we have nothing to lose. It's not about winning or losing for them right now. They're just sticking to what they do, and they're showing up and playing ball. And that's a scary type of team to play against, Mick. When they got that type of swagger and confidence in themselves, and it shows up on tape as well. We need to be locked in, and we can't afford any slow starts like we did in the Oklahoma game because I don't think we have that type of comeback against a team of this caliber.
No, I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna be the team that we were when we were healthy. I really do. And
Yeah.
Mike Johnson's like, do you ever pick against Alabama? And I just feel like this team's been, after the Florida State game, was trending in the right direction. Then all of a sudden you start dealing with all these injuries. They
Right.
really fought through those. The Georgia game was like these conference championship games. Let me say this, Shank. Let me just stop it right here because I want to make this a clip. Bowl games are dead. So are the conference championships. They're dead. You might as well just expand the playoff where people want to play and turn the bowl games into that, because nobody cares about the conference championships and nobody cares about bowl games anymore.
No, they absolutely don't. And I mean, a team like Notre Dame deciding to go home just reinforces that statement. You know what I'm saying? Because if they can cry because they didn't get in and just decide not to play anymore, then what's the use of anybody else playing, right? And so then on top of that, you really can't punish a team for losing their conference championship.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, all right, I played great all year and I made it to this point to decide who's the better team in our conference. And now I'm out of the playoffs because I'm not technically the best team out of my conference. That doesn't make me not a good football team, right?
Yeah.
And they can say 3 losses all they want, but hey, man, we showed up when we were given the opportunity in the first round of the playoffs, and we won our game. You know what I'm saying? And so, and even on top of that, if we didn't make it to the playoffs and we were just sent to a bowl game, I think because of our culture and the tradition of Alabama and who we are, we would have showed up for our bowl game and we
Oh, we'd
probably
have
would have
been there.
won to prove a point. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I absolutely agree with you, man. Bowl games are dead, and conference championships or whatever they are, man, because if if every year you're going to fuss about kicking one of the conference champions out that contends for the championship, right? If we're going to fuss about kicking one of them out because they lost, then what's going to be the point of playing? People going to start opting out of those as well.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, but what I'm saying is this is like you got all these bowl games on. They're terrible. I mean, some of these
yeah,
matchups, like who wants to watch this? The other thing too is how do we have Tulane and James Madison in when you got I know that you and I differ on Diego Pavia. I'm a huge Pavia fan. I don't care what he said at the Heisman. I want to see
yeah,
him play
yeah,
Oregon.
yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see him play.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I hate the
Want to
guy. He's
see
a
it.
douche, but he's absolutely a better matchup for Oregon than damn James Madison.
Right.
I can't
Did you
even
hear
deny
about the
it.
fight? Did you hear about the fight?
Oh, there was a fight?
James, yeah, Paul against Anthony, right? So, everybody wanted to see Jake Paul get knocked out, and he did, right? But
Right.
that was like millions and millions of dollars, right?
Got his jaw
Like,
broken. Love it.
yeah, right. But the point is that everybody wanted to see it, right? Like that's
Absolutely.
Diego Pavia, man. Like he makes it fun. Instead, we got that fat. Did you see the fat guy trying to run in that game for James Madison? Looked like me out there. Looked like me. I'm like, hey, I like the fact that there's a big fat guy running around out there, but I mean, and they're slow on top of it. But we don't need to see like that should have been like a 1 versus 16 matchup, and we should have
Yeah.
at least 32 teams in this, maybe 64. Cut the season down to 10 games, get rid of the conference championships. Let's have a big old tournament and make every game counts now. Now all of a sudden people want to be in the bowl games. Right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's just making a win to go home playoff system.
That's it.
You
Just
know,
like high
everybody.
school. You coach high school.
Yeah,
Deserving
yeah,
teams make it. Nobody's at
yeah.
home going, well, we got short. No, you have 3 or 4 chances in your conference to get in there.
Yeah, simple as that. Because, man, Tulane and James Madison, they had no business being in there. And especially Tulane, who got smoked by the same team in the regular season, by the way,
Twice.
twice. And so they got that butt whooped twice, man. And then they got damn Pete Golden doing press conferences and talking like he just built this elite team. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. It's just like, all right, I understand everybody hates Lane right now, but like, let's keep it a buck here, Pete. And you're like, come on, man. But yeah, I blame Tulane. I blame the committee for putting them in. And it's just like, all right, cool. You were good in G5. We understand. You know what I'm saying? You were really good in 2A, but this is 7A football. This is the big boys, and you just don't have enough, man. It might take everything you got to field 5 good offensive linemen. Meanwhile, Ole Miss over there rolling in 10 damn D linemen. It's just nonstop. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just so much, Mick, that you can go into on this. But yeah, man, they didn't belong. I much rather have seen Pavia or them crying ass Irishmen in there. Um, much rather have seen one of those teams instead of James Madison or Tulane. But I'm glad that experiment is over with, right? And surely next year we won't have to deal with that situation. I
No, well,
hope.
they need to. They're talking about 16. They just need to make it encompass all the bowl games.
Yeah, because there's always going to be somebody that's unhappy or feel like they got
Yeah.
snubbed. And
And,
so it
and
just,
does
I
anybody
mean,
have a complaint when you talk about high school football? Because if you're mediocre, you make it. You know what I mean? Like there's
yeah,
great teams, but if you get, I don't know, I did 10 years of high school football play-by-play. Every year we deserved to be in, we were. There wasn't a year where we deserved to be in and we didn't get in. Some years we
Right.
got in and maybe we didn't even deserve it. But I would
Right.
rather it be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
Yeah.
not deserve it, but like where it was going to be a first round exit. But at least we made
Yeah.
it, right? I would
No,
rather have
absolutely.
that situation where nobody can complain at Alabama high school football. You either make it and do it or you don't, right?
Yeah.
And it always comes down to the teams that you figured were going to be there anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, they might as well just put the top 25 in the playoffs and
Do
call it a day.
Put in some of these teams that are in the little conferences,
Yeah.
but put them up against teams that will make better sense, give teams buys, and just and cut the regular season down in these stupid conference tournaments and get it started earlier. And then have the conference tournaments instead of them being championship games, have them playing games.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Or just get rid of out of damn conference games. You just play your normal conference games with the regular season. And once those are over, you move on to the playoffs from there, man.
And then
You
you play the
just
other conference. I like that.
exactly. You just
Uh,
go from there, man.
Christmas time is here, guys, and I know you're going, what am I going to get the Bama fan that has everything? They don't have everything because the crispy screen isn't out yet. Use our promo code Bama Tailgate.
In some places, football is a sport. In Alabama, it's a fine art. New Life Art is now accepting pre-orders for Daniel A. Moore's next Crimson Classic, the Crispy Screen, guys. What a name to commemorate the Fat Boys. This masterwork commemorates the screen pass to Caden Proctor that outsmarted Kirby and the Georgia defense. Proctor's catch and bulldog dozing run set up Ty Simpson's 3-yard touchdown just before the half, which was a big score for us, guys. Visit DanielMooreArt.com to see the artist's preliminary sketch and take advantage of a special pre-publication pricing for the crispy screen. Go ahead, get into that. Go get you one of those Caden Proctor prints. I'm super excited to get mine in because he's living a dream of all the fat boys. And go look up that crispy screen and get you one, guys.
All right, there it is. And we're brought to you by AveD. We're talking about AveD right now. We gave away, I think, $1,500 for the picks in the Alabama-Oklahoma game. We picked per quarter.
Nice.
I wonder if anybody nailed Oklahoma up. What was it, like 17-zip? But we got these hats right now. Shank, you got some of these too. These are cool. You guys
Absolutely. I
can
love
win
it.
them. Use that QR code right there and hit AveD Mick Nation. Appreciate all of you guys for being part of our Web3 home that we're working on building, man. We got some really cool stuff coming up that we're gonna look good, and we're gonna have a lot of fun giving away stuff through AveD. So make sure that you're part of that. All right. So what did you think about the rest of the college football playoff, and how do you like the field as it sits right now?
I mean, it went just about how I thought it was going to go, except for the Texas A&M Miami game. Who would have thought that would have been a defensive battle, right? It was just like 10-3, Miami over Texas A&M. It's just like, God, man. It's like Texas A&M, you go the whole season, you know what I'm saying, undefeated. You lose one game, and it's just like it's a full collapse from there. Now all of a sudden you got no offense. It's like, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. But everybody else and everything else went just about how I thought it would. I mean, the damn JV teams got smoked.
Do you worry about the SEC at all when you see Texas A&M score 3 points against Miami, or do you think that it's the big layoff, when you're dealing with the fact that, like you haven't played in a while?
No, man. Regardless, it's a horrible look for the conference. Because, you know what I'm saying, we put so many teams into the playoffs from our conference, and they're ranked all year, and we look so good against each other all year, and then we finally play somebody out of conference, and we put up 3 points. And it's just like, there goes our strength of schedule argument, right? And it's just like SEC is not almighty. And once you step out of the conference and lose to damn Miami, who lost to Louisville, by the way.
Yeah, right.
But
Did beat Notre Dame.
man. I mean, they beat them sissy Irishmen, but whatever. Man, with they crying asses, I swear, them some of the biggest crybabies I've ever seen in my life.
Should have won that game, right? So now you got Miami, Ohio State, You got Ole Miss against Georgia. Ole Miss has never been this far since, I mean, like the late 50s, early 60s, that is. And I like the Ole Miss Georgia rematch. I mean, I'm curious. The Pete Golding era has started. I mean, and you just said it, man. I mean, I'm with you. I'm I'm still kind of laughing about it, but if he beats Kirby, I mean, we're gonna have to take him seriously. And then you got this side over here, which I love: Bama versus Indiana, and Oregon versus Texas Tech. I mean, I feel like the path for Bama's there to have, man, there for the taking.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because, like I said, I love Indiana. They play great football, but I also think we play great defense. And some of the stuff they're good at, is some of the stuff we're good at stopping. Oregon versus Texas Tech is going to be a crazy game, right? Because Texas Tech, they're so good, man. You watch them on the defensive side of the ball; they fly around. But Oregon is explosive offensively, as they have always been. But I still think everybody in this side of the bracket for Bama is very beatable. So that lane is definitely there. If we get off to a fast start against Indiana and we're locked in and we don't put our defense in some horrible situations, which we're good for, Mick, and our special teams unit stay locked in, we got a really good chance at winning this game. And what they have us 7-point underdogs versus
Yeah,
Indiana?
7.
Oh, I like it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Does Kalshi have some on that?
Dude, you read my mind. You read my mind because I'm going to Kalshi right now. It's like we've done a few of these together. I was just about to say that we're going to have some fun with Kalshi on this, and you guys know about Kalshi, legal in all 50 states. Better odds, no house fig, prices set by supply and demand, no limits. Winners don't get cut off. Live trading, you're not blocked in game. Flexibility, cash out early anytime. Transparent pricing, and it's not just the NFL. It's not just college football. It's politics, the economy, Oscars, pop culture, the Grammys, and it's also live on Robinhood. All right, let's go to Kalshi, and let's figure out where they have Bama, and your thoughts right off the bat. What do you think the Kalshi market's going to say about Bama?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're taking Indiana in that 7 points, man. Let's go Bama with a 35% chance to win.
You're right there. 32% chance for Bama, which means that all the money is on Indiana to beat the Tide. I'm not surprised by that, but I guess when you're talking about 7, I mean, that's a touchdown. Obviously,
Yeah.
Bama was favored against Indiana. I mean, against Oklahoma, and they took care of business. But this is the number 1 team in the country. They beat Ohio State. They went on the road and beat Oregon. Those are really the tough games that they played. They played 3 sissy non-conference schedule games, and their conference isn't very good. But you know what? The games that they've played, they've won. They blew out inferior opponents, and Kalshi has pretty much since the beginning, the markets have said that it's a 60 to 70, close to 70% chance that Indiana is going to win this game. Do you agree with that?
No, man, I'm never betting against Bama. I don't care if they lining up with my mama. I'm taking Bama for the win. So of course I don't agree with that, Mick. But 7 points, I'll take it, but I definitely think Bama comes out on top. I think we figured some stuff out offensively, especially the second quarter and beyond of that Oklahoma game, man. And I hope that we continue to build on that, but I think we take down Indiana in this game.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I mean, I think that this is one of those games where if you're Alabama, you love the idea of being able to put yourself in position to win a championship. You got to get through the Rose Bowl. And did you know this was the 100th anniversary of Bama's trip to the Rose Bowl to play against Washington, and they were calling us Tuscalosers, and we weren't going to be able to win. And that Bama back in 1926, no one believed in Alabama, and the Tide went in there and they whooped Washington, or at least they won by 1 point. And then the rest is history. So it's the 100th anniversary of the coming out party that is Alabama football.
And here we are again, man. We got Kalen DeBoer with this Bama team and his coming out party in the college football playoff. And I'm
Love it.
super excited.
Yeah, and a lot of guys that are
Excited.
from that, a lot of guys from the California, LA area that are going to, like Xavier Brown and a bunch
Yeah.
of dudes that are
Yeah.
going to get to go home. Don't think that those guys aren't going to play their best game. Now, who do you think Kalshi predicts to be the national champion when it's all said and done?
Indiana. Let's go with Indiana. We got to respect the Heisman winner and the front
The-
runners.
They've got Ohio State as the favorite. Indiana,
Wow.
Ohio State 31, Indiana 20, Georgia 17, Oregon
Wow.
11, Texas Tech. Then there's Bama. Bama ahead of Ole Miss and Miami, behind everybody else. So there's the markets right there. You know, Ohio State, how much? I bet you this has probably had, oh my goodness, $41 million been played on this.
Man, but that's
I was like,
crazy.
this is like from the beginning of the season too, right?
Jesus.
So look, all these teams have been eliminated, and you know you could have been playing this since the beginning of the year. But yeah, there we go. We got Ohio State. Ohio State's going to be tough to beat just because they have the best players. You know, Indiana,
they're really good.
They're really good. Indiana's very disciplined. Georgia knows how to win. You know, I don't think Oregon and Texas. I'm not buying into Oregon or Texas Tech. I think Alabama's the other team, and I don't think Ole Miss is going to do anything. So this is my opinion. I could be totally wrong.
I don't know, man. I put Texas Tech right there with Indiana. Just like, who would have thought at the beginning of the season we'd be talking about Texas Tech as one of the better teams in the playoffs? And so I think they have a lot to prove. And that defense has showed up all year, Mick. And like I said, they fly around, man. They have a really good team. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm all in on Bama, man. Win, lose, or draw. I don't care who they playing. I'm going with Bama. And so that's where we stand.
Well, you've picked them to win the national championship. You said that before the season started.
Yeah.
And you've continued that up until now. So we appreciate that. All right, let me dig one more up here that has nothing to do with college football, but I'm going to keep it at sports this week. And I'm going to ask you this question right now. The NFL is coming down to the end. Who is going to be the MVP? And my guy, Lamar, got hurt. His back's injured. He's out. My Ravens are done. Bit disappointing because they're so good, but they're not going to make the playoffs this year. There's just because the Steelers aren't going to lose to the Browns, and that's going to eliminate the Ravens. So,
I mean, the Ravens, I don't understand what they were thinking, Mick. Derrick Henry had 2 touchdowns, and he don't touch the ball again after the second touchdown.
I know. It's some of the they're so good at blowing leads too in the fourth quarter. But anyway,
That's crazy.
Who do you have as the league MVP? Who's going to win it this year?
Ooh, I am. Hear me out here. I'm going with Matthew Stafford. I think he has just played phenomenal this year.
Yep, and you're right. You're right with the market again. 70% of the market says Matthew Stafford. I mean, you shocked the world last week when you picked the right Christmas song, and now you're in tune with the NFL. You got Stafford. Drake May, who beat my Ravens, is second. This one, you know, $18 million has been exchanged on this. Josh Allen, who I think is going to win the Super Bowl this year, is third. And then after that, there's a big drop off. Trevor Lawrence is fourth, which no one's really talking about the Jaguars right now in the NFL. Did you notice that those guys are playing pretty good football?
Yeah, I had no idea, Mick. Haven't looked that way, which is crazy.
Not me neither until yesterday. So,
check them
all
out.
right. Well, I don't know if we'll talk before Christmas. Christmas is Thursday. If we don't, have a Merry Christmas. Are there some traditions in the Shank family that are Christmas traditions?
Oh man, so No, we don't have any traditions, but I'm in the process of trying to build some, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got my own family now, and so it's just, hey, look, I got girls, and so we trying to get into all the Christmassy stuff. We're gonna build gingerbread houses. We're gonna bake cookies to leave for Santa. You know what I'm
Nutcracker.
saying?
You did the
Yeah,
Nutcracker.
my
A
daughter's
lot
doing
of
the
nutcrackers.
Nutcracker. Yeah, like
How many
five
nutcrackers?
performances.
5
Five
nutcrackers.
performances, Mick. Jesus, I'm like, so yeah, man, we're a pretty
What
big
was her
Christmas
role in the
family here.
Nutcracker? What'd she
She
do?
was a little angel this year. Yeah, she was
Okay.
a little angel, man. She did her thing. I actually got some nice pictures of her with the sugar plum fairy during the performance, man. Yeah, this gets deep, man. This gets
Yeah.
deep.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, we're in the process of just building traditions, man, doing all the lovey-dovey family stuff you do during the Christmas holidays. And so yeah, that's where we're
Well,
at right now.
well, that's fantastic. I want to throw this up, guys. Bod coach, just got back into the gym, and I'm talking about pretty heavy, right? Walking 5 miles, and then I go and work out at Planet Fitness. And Bod coach helps me put my workout routine together every day. It's been fantastic. Bod.coach/Bama. That's our code. It's that time of year where you're going, man. This is like me. I was like working in the right direction, Shank, and then I started going the wrong direction, and now I got to get back in the right direction. And that may include working the perimeter at the grocery store.
That's
That
right.
also includes getting off my rear end and walking, and also having these workouts. So it's honestly, it's been pretty rewarding because, I go to Planet Fitness and now I have exactly the itinerary. So, I mean, I'm trying to keep the workouts at 25 minutes just because I don't have that much time after I'm walking 5 miles. 2-a-days for me right now, but you guys check it out. And I'm telling you, it's definitely worth it. Shank, always great to see you, man.
Hey, always, man. It's been a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk again before Christmas. We're gonna make it
Yeah.
happen.
Next time we talk, it's going to be locked and loaded though on this Indiana game.
Absolutely.
Start to really do some research there. I can't get off here without reminding you guys about Dee Snider from Twisted Sister, Lita Ford, and Firehouse at the Center Stage, Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi, December 27th. That's coming up soon. And that is 8:00. And then you go and you do the slots and you do the table games, and there's other bars inside there. It's fun. There's a walkway that's above the road between Golden Moon and Silver Star Casino. It really is fantastic. We spent a week there making the commercial I'm about to play. And I'm already starting to plan my next trip there. Shank, I told you got to go check it out too. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Have a Merry Christmas, but I know we'll talk to you before that. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
So, Jake, let's break down some game tape.
Hold on, fellas. Steve,
Hey, Jake, you ready to rock?
let's roll, brother.
Guess we're calling plays at Pearl River Resort. Wow, Jake's first throw scores. And Steve's got the crowd pumped. Man, they're absolutely rolling.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ain't gonna face reality.
I tell you, Jake's still got game. While Steve keeps rocking aces. Boom, Jake seals it with a pick.
I don't have to be
Come call your own plays.
At Pearl River Resort, let's roll.
I don't have to be me till Monday.
We're presented by Bod Coach, and you can tell I'm slimming up over here, and it's because of Bod Coach. This is absolutely amazing. It's your personal trainer that is with you 24/7. So when I go to hotels or when I'm on the road, I type in, "Hey, look, I got equipment. This is what I have," and it'll make a workout specifically for me, what I want, what exercises I want. When I'm at home or I'm in a hotel and there's no way I can get to the gym, it'll say, "Hey, this is what I want to work on today," and it sends you personalized workout plans. It's really awesome. And they contacted me a few weeks ago to be a spokesman. I said, "Well, I want to try this." Bod Coach is fantastic. Like, I use it all the time. I mean, and if I'm telling you, man, like, it makes working out when you are on the go like me so much better. just because I don't always know I didn't play football at Alabama. I didn't have Scott Cochran yelling, yeah, and telling me what workouts to do. So anyway, I'm going to put in the body on the YouTube all about Bod Coach. Get you guys signed up there, but tell them you heard it on Bama Tailgate.
When you head to the Smoky Mountains, it's only natural to visit Sevierville.
Even we had to check it out.
And we've been here our whole lives.
Experience the adventure of a lifetime.
I'm king of the world.
Even you can get a bird's eye view of the Smokies.
You're going down, Billy. Whoa.
Your Smokies start here.